Okay, Monday, 7th of October, 2024. So, Money Monday, Bitcoin and all the other stuff. Now, IQ, the wealth of nations, wealth of society, nice places, and luxury ideas. So, one interesting thing I've noticed in the world is, well, one thing I heard once is that a good determiner for one's success in the future is that level of IQ. The higher their IQ, the more diligent, industrial, or industrious they are, the more long-term thinking they are, the better they can project and think into the future. They can game theory and plan, and they're more conscious of the rules, conscious of how the actions affect other people, things like that. Generally, the higher the IQ, generally, you could say, the more successful the person is because of those traits: industriousness, diligence, perfectionism, able to think in the future, whatever else. Okay, interesting. Now, one thing I've subtly noticed in the world is that the richer people tend to be, the higher their social standards are, the higher their standards in society, what they do and don't want, what they will and won't accept, what they have and don't have, or don't see, don't need, you name it, things like that. Because subtly I've noticed, as you go to different places, that the lower IQ places are evidently low IQ. They're low IQ for a reason. It's kind of self-fulfilling prophecy. If the critical mass of people in a place are low IQ, then the place is not going to be very pretty. Okay, and the opposite is true. Well, I've subtly noticed the higher IQ people tend to have more nicer places. Why? Because most of them will have different standards and values. Makes sense. And that means what I've subtly noticed also is that as places have people with more high IQ, the place is nicer as well, but they have more luxury ideas. Their ideas are more abstract, their priorities are more abstract, bigger picture thinking, good or bad, whatever. And the lower IQ places are more down-to-earth, pragmatic ideas or thoughts, less abstract thoughts, less thinking about a bigger picture, whatever those topics may be, different conversation. Now, what that means also subtly is that the more high IQ people there are, the better the place is, standard of living wise, just as it is, not as it should be or ought to be or as you want it to be, but as it is. Quality of roads, streets, places, lights, you name it, infrastructure, you name it, the list is potentially endless, but that's subtly noticed. And then you get to a stage where you go from the down-to-earth pragmatic things you're solving with your life and money into the more abstract big things, the luxury ideas. Because as you get richer, your thoughts go from more practical, down-to-earth survival, Maslow's hierarchy of needs things, into more abstract concepts, more abstract things, more abstract desires, wants, needs, wishes, you name it, actualization and beyond, things like that. All these things get sorted down here because they're sorted self-evidently because you've got the IQ as to how to handle them, what to deal with them, the right ideas that are successful and geared towards this outcome as opposed to that outcome, and you work towards it. Focus, long-term, industriousness, diligence, hard work, usual buzzwords. You know the rest. That. So then, interesting in life, what we want to have is high IQ. Understand more about finance and economics and philosophy and psychology and you name it, and sociology, anthropology, all these things. And the more of those things we know, the better we can act in the world, in sales as well, sales and marketing. The more of those things we know, the better we can perform in the world and be more successful. And then, as we get the success, we increase our standards. We want more things, we want nicer things. We become better, wiser, faster, stronger, smarter, you name it. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's powerful, it's quite powerful in that regard, but yes, very important. So, and also, as a society develops, their priorities go from more concrete, pragmatic things down to earth into more abstract concepts. And then you could say that there are certain ideas in the Western society that are very abstract, big picture, long-term thinking, that people may not understand on a guttural, down-to-earth level, for whatever reason. IQ, misunderstanding things, information, and miscommunication even, you name it. But there's that interesting disparity. And then you could say that as that disparity gets bigger, the In economics, it's called the Gini coefficient, the gap between the richest and the poorest. As that gap gets bigger, you get more social discontent. You get more, let's keep it at that. You get more tension for whatever reason, and however it expresses itself, you get that. Because over here, these ideas are too crazy. Let them eat cake. It's a very famous example. Let them eat cake. And over here, people are starving. These luxury ideas, and people over here have nothing. They are suffering. And for whatever reason. Again, we're not looking at things as we want them to be, or how they ought to be, according to some moralistic judgment, but looking at it as it is. That's very important. I did a video about this as well a few weeks or months ago, I guess. Separating logic from emotions. That's very powerful. Looking at things as it is. And the is ought video as well. The is ought video. That was like 2-3 months ago now, I guess. Is an ought. Very important. But then the trick is, be high IQ, be smart, learn things, learn as much as you can about the world and society, culture, people, places, finance, economics, philosophy, sociology, evolutionary biology, anthropology, you name it, and do stuff in the world as well. Go out there and have mileage, go places, do scary things, and you're rewarded for it in different and countless ways. No regrets. I did a video as well about the regret minimization framework, going into life and with the aim of having as few regrets as possible. Very, very powerful. Very, very powerful, yes. But otherwise, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. You will see me tomorrow.